to go back to the question about the person who has fear, maybe the low performer. The opposite of fear, in my mind, is love. And a lot of times I think, do we have time to develop relationships with our people to let them know that we love them? And maybe we don't, because we're trying to get the work done for a leader or for a general authority, or somebody who is...
We don't make your life easy.
Yeah, I know, you do. That's right. And... Sorry. So, how do we help leaders understand that that's also a part of their responsibility and get support from the top down?
Well, I think we do that one person at a time, line upon line. I'm not convinced that there are widespread, gigantic events that produce cultural change. The cultural change comes one by one over time, as long as each one that begins to understand, that's multiplied and leveraged and helps a one who helps a one who helps a one who helps a one. So every time we do take the time and have that little bit of progress with an individual, then that person will do the same, and we do that with lots of people. That's how the Lord gets things done quickly. It's not in a grand campaign, it's in multiplying influence with ones by lots of other ones. Does that make sense? I can't remember, did I tell the story about, in this thing before, about Elder Eyring coming to BYU, Idaho to speak about the future of the institution? Is this a part? I don't think so. Did I do that?
Not that I know of.
Okay. This really, I think, responds to your question. On a Friday night, Sister Bednar and I were meeting with about 200 students in a leadership retreat. The following Tuesday, Elder Eyring of the 12 and the Commissioner of Church Education was coming to Rexburg to speak about the future of the institution. I think this is in 2001. Excuse me. And at the end of my remarks to these students, I just said, let's try an experiment. We have the ability to influence what a member of the 12 will say when he's here. If we will be prepared, there are things we can kind of pull out of him that he might not even know he's going to say. So to these 200 students, we simply said, would you be willing to prepare yourself? Now, I don't know what that means for each of you, but cleanse the inner vessel so that you are really prepared to be taught by a member of the Quorum of the 12. And all 200 of these students said, yeah, we'll do that. I said, now we always dress up for devotionals, but next Tuesday, no Docker's white shirt and a tie. If you got a suit, wear it. No khaki skirt and flip-flops. If you have a dress, please wear it. And they all said, we'll do that. And I said, now here's the experiment. Get one other person to do this. Your invitation, you'll try to entice them to do the same thing, but you must do it in such a way that that one will go get one, who will get one, who will get one. And every one of those students said, we'll do this. Now, can I just tell you, there were no campus emails, no mass campaigns, no nothing. Just those 200 kids, Friday night, the devotional is on Tuesday. I walked onto the campus of Brigham Young University, Idaho on Tuesday morning, and it looked just like this auditorium. And when Elder Eyring came, he walked into the Hart Auditorium, and he could feel it. And we walked onto the stage, and he turned to me and he said, what is this? And I said, it's our invitation to be taught. And it was remarkable because those students pulled things out of him. Now, how do you go from 200 students on Friday night to almost all of the student body on Tuesday morning, having gotten that message, prepared for that devotional? One by one by one. I would suggest to you that's pretty rapid. But we tend to think there's going to be some campaigny kind of thing that's going to get it done, and it doesn't. It's one by one by one. That's Julie, wasn't it?
Yes.
Julie, does that respond to your question? That's a great question. Thank you.
So the implication for being willing to be taught for us as leaders would be what?
The implication of that story?
Yeah, for us as leaders here at this church.
Yeah. I think the question becomes, is there a one I'm supposed to find today that I can appropriately influence, righteously influence, who will invite the influence, who is yearning for that influence to help do something that's hard?